Hello everyone. So this is the video I'm making for demonstrating my final project. Uh, in task 7.1 itself, I explained what is my project and how I'm gonna do it. But yet, I'll give a short intro about my project again. J Smart Cool AC. This is my name of my project. Problem I'm solving using my project. Sleeping with AC on is a problem which goes on in every home. Like we like in the AC breeze, we will just sleep away and we'll forget to switch off the AC. And morning you will see heavy. Morning you will see the room completely chilled and cold, and in month end you'll be getting high electricity bills. So I thought that what if AC can be automated, like AC, the power can be switched off and switched on by itself automatically. So that is my solution for this. So features of my applications are, I have a GUI application where two buttons will be there: start button, start monitoring, stop monitoring. It will be monitoring the temperature every 20 minutes, and based on the temperature it will be switching on or off the AC. And 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. in night time, the power will be automatically off. End of the day you will be getting a notification about how much power is consumed throughout the day. And the power on, power off history, like every time the power is on and every time the power is off, all those history is generated in a chart. You can see in Google Sheets that. So next one, so from DHT to, so this is the a map of my application. Like from DHT11 I'll be sending to my Orgon. From Orgon it will be going to my ThingSpeak channel. From ThingSpeak channel it will be moving to my Raspberry Pi, and from Raspberry Pi my code will be executed. The code is here. So you can see, when the temperature is less than or equal to 18, here it is temp cool I written, but the values I use is 18 to 21. When the temperature is below 21 degrees Celsius, the power will be on and the power on time will be recorded. And if time is 2 a.m. or time am between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., the power will be off automatically. Same way, if temperature is greater than 27, the power will be off. The power will be on. This is off and this is on. So the power will be on, and the power on time will be recorded. Same way, if it is 2 a.m. or 4 a.m., the power will be off. Basically, below 18 degree or below 21 degree, it is considered somewhat really cool, and above 27 degrees Celsius, it is considered hot. So based on this, the power should on and off. Next, so once this is done, the power on, power off history will be sent to the Google Sheets. From Google Sheets, the overall power consumption will be calculated, and that calculation will be going to IFTTT, and from IFTTT it will be moving to my Android phone. Simple. So let's see the code, how it works inch by inch. Before that, I'll show you my GUI application, so you can see this. So when you run the code, this is the GUI application you will be getting. So there will be two buttons: start button and start monitoring and stop monitoring. Once I click the start monitoring, before that I'll explain all the Python libraries I had used. I'd used tkinter, tkinter is the GUI is used to create the GUI of my application. I had used gspread and OAuth to client dot service account. These two are utilized for Google Sheets, and then I had used my then I use your URL IB request, JSON, URL open, all these stuffs. These stuffs are used for HTTP requests. To send HTTP requests, I'm using this datetime object, time object, and GPIO RPI Raspberry Pi.gpio will be used to access the GPIO pins for the LED. In the task 7.1, I told that I'll be using a IR receiver. In task 7.1, I told that I'll be using IR receiver to power on or power off the AC, but I couldn't get it delivered on time due to this COVID situation. So I'm using an LED to indicate whether the power is on or off. So let's see the code. The GUI application. I had created two buttons. So those two buttons, you can see it over here, start monitoring and stop monitoring. When I click start monitoring, ThingSpeak post command gets in. So what this does is, it will be sending a monitor signal 1 value equal to 1, and this one value will be going to the ThingSpeak channel, and the monitor of function will be called. So this you can see that how it works in ThingSpeak channel. You can see it over here. Channels, monitor signals. So you can see over here, like every time you call on every time you click start monitoring button, you will be getting monitor 1, and every time you click stop monitoring button, you will be getting monitor 0. Based on this, I'll be running my Argon code. Here you can see, to read the temperature from the sensor, I have written this code. So first I'm importing my DHT library, then ThingSpeak library. Now here you can see I set the LED output of LED to D7, and I had given it output, and I am starting my ThingSpeak channel, and I am reading the value in my ThingSpeak channel. So when the value is equal to 1, that is the value received is 1, I will be reading the temperature. For that, first LED will be blinking I, then temperature will be red, so float temperature is equal to dht.get temperature Celsius. This will be returning the temperature. If is nan of temperature, serial.println is equal to failed. Like if I am not able to read the temperature, it will be giving me failed to read temperature from the temperature sensor. Then my temperature will be sent to another ThingSpeak channel. So that ThingSpeak channel is over here. So you can here see all the temperature red and temperature not red. So all those stuffs will be here. You can I'll just put some 500 results, so you can see how much temperature I had read till now. You can see here all the temperature, different type of temperatures I had read from the temperature sensor from afternoon. Basically the delay should be by 300 seconds, like every 5 minutes the temperature should be monitored, so it should be 300 seconds. And now we'll move to the monitor function. Monitor function first creates a worksheet. I had already created a spreadsheet called history, and now I'm creating a worksheet using scope, credentials. First I'm giving all the basic details needed for it, and then I'm creating a name for my worksheet. So here it is June 7. Like how I did is that first I read the date and time now, then I read the month, then I read the date, and I combined both and made it the name of it. So that you can see it over here. I had created a Google spreadsheet over here. Google Sheets. Here you can see June 7, June 7A. So this is how the worksheets are created. So once the worksheet are created, automatically I'm adding these rows: power on, power off, section duration. Then once I inserted this row, I'm reading the monitor signal from ThinkSpeak. Like, should I monitor or not? I'm just confirming it with my ThinkSpeak. So when the value is equal to 1, I'm starting the monitoring thing right now. So Y and X are nothing but power on and power off time. Initially they are set to none. If while k is equal to while k equal to 1, that is when the monitor signal is on, then I should monitor, right? So let's monitor. From ThinkSpeak, I'm reading my temperature. Once I read the temperature, I'm checking the condition. Like, if my temperature is equal to 22, then my room is cool and it is time to power off the switch. So GPIO.output is output of 4,0. So the LED will get off. You can just see it over here. LED off, off and on LED. In the demo video you can see all those stuffs. Same way, if time is between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. So for 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. I had converted them into seconds. That is 7,200 seconds or 14,400 seconds. That is why I had created a seconds here. Like, whatever is the time right now, I am converting them into seconds so that I can compare it here. So when seconds is greater than or equal to 7,200 and less than or equal to 14,400, that is between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. then again the power should be off. So GPIO.output of 4,0. Now if temperature is greater than or equal to 25, actually it should be 27, but for easy calculation to get it due to lack of time I used 25 here. So float of case. So why I used float here is that temperature I will be receiving in the form of string. The temperature here I had published. Here you can see the temperature I had published in the form of string. So here I should be converting them into the float variable for my temperature to run. So same way, float, when temperature is greater than or equal to 25, I should power on my switch. So GPIO.output of 4,1. If X not equal to none and Y not equal to none, that is when I received both the power on and power off time history, then I need to convert them into seconds. Like how many seconds how many seconds the power on time and how many seconds the power off time, and then I should separate both so that I'll be getting how much power is actually consumed, how much time is actually consumed in one section. Then I'm inserting my power on, power off, and the z value into the row. So here you can see this in my Google Sheets. You can see all those stuffs. Like you can see, this is my power on time. It is my power off time, and this is my power on time, and this is the difference between the both. Here you can see it started 1921, here 1927, so 6 minutes, that is 365 seconds. 1921, sorry, it started by 1821 and 1921 it ended, so it is 3614 seconds. That is almost 1 hour I consumed the power. I'll show you the chart of how it differed from 1821 to 1921 here. So read temperature, you can see. So from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, 7:30. So you can see how the temperature differed from 21, 24, 26. So basically it took me a lot of time, like it took me 1 hour to reach 22 degrees Celsius from 27 degrees Celsius. So that is why. Next one. So the Google Sheets, basically the monitoring should happen every 10 minutes. That means it should be 600 seconds. But as I didn't have any, as I need to get a fastest output, I went with 5 minutes or something. But actually it should be 600 seconds. Now coming to the final part, IFTTT part. Oh, before that I'll show you all these screenshots so you will understand it better. So you can see how the temperature is read, and the exact time value is converted into seconds and all. Here you can see temperature is above 26. So I'm recording my power on time. The power on time is recorded. Here you can see temperature is 27. That means also the room is hot. So power on time is recorded. Doesn't affect the room. Already the power is on, and the temperature has just reached 23. Our target is 21, so there is no readings. Now the temperature reached 22 degrees Celsius. So now I can switch off my AC. So my power off time is recorded. That is 1921. So once my power off time is recorded, here you can see the I'll show you on things so you'll understand it better. Can you see this? My power off time. This is power off, this is power on, sorry. Here you can see 1921 17 seconds. This is my power off time. Same way 26, 7, 14, 15, 25. Same way power is on by 18:21 seconds. So the difference of both is calculated and sent to the Google Sheets. Coming to the last part, now this temperature, now the actual power on history, like how much power is how much time the power is consumed, is calculated here. That is from all the seconds is added, and then I think 3919 seconds total. So it's 3919 seconds, right? So now this 3919 seconds is converted into time. So my total duration, the entire section, I had consumed 1 hour 6 minutes 19 seconds. I had consumed the power. So that is what written here. 1 hour 6 minutes 19 seconds the power is consumed. Date time June 7, 2021, 7:45 p.m. So let's see how this IFTTT notification is achieved, which is the final part of this program. So once you click stop monitoring button, now once you click the stop monitoring button, what will happen is first the monitoring signal will be updated to 0. So here you can see the monitoring signal will be updated to 0. Then IFTTT function will be called. So what this IFTTT does is, first it accesses the Google Sheets. Using all the credentials, it accesses the Google Sheet, and klist is equal to sheet1.column values. Basically what this function does is, it will be getting the values, all the values in the column 3 will be derived by this code, and once it is done, I will be summing up all these values. Here it is 365 and 3614, so both will be added, and once it is added, then it will be converted into time duration, and this time duration will be sent as data to the IFTTT key. Using this function, IFTTT data and key function, I am sending you the notification. So then the notification looks like this. The section duration 1 hour 6 minutes 19 seconds, date and time June 7, 2021 at 7:45 p.m. I had also included a demo video along with this. So in the demo video, I had used mockup values and explained how we receive the notifications and all those stuffs. Please watch it. Thank you.